What's good? It's your boy Fannon. What's going on this morning? General Squirrels, what's good? Justin March, what's going on, man? Good morning to you. Michael James, good morning to you. So, yeah, let's talk about this. What's good, Mike Biggs Boxing, Big Snack Pack, Sheldon Holmes, Somali Pirate, what's going on? Emmanuel Mamak, Lowland Prophets, what's good? Macadon, what it do? Maurice McElroy, what's going on? Information Man Show, what's going on? Almighty. Damn, lean back up, because I do not want to miss the what's up, man. Favorite part of my morning, man, is saying what's up to you good people. I'm good, Almighty 703. What's good with you? Marlon Sims, what's good, man? Slap somebody in the mouth for me today. Next time you get in the slap somebody in the mouth for me next time you get in the ring. Gaines P, what's going on? Gaines PP, what's going on? DOG, what's going on? How you feeling, man? I'm good. Schmitty Schmidt, Dirty South, what's going on? Architect One in the building, what's good? Yes, sir. Angel, man, Actual Facts Boxing, Angel Santos, man. We got to get you on the channel, man. I was listening. I'm trying to remember whose channel I was listening to you on, man. But I see you on these. I keep seeing you on a channel. I watch out several chats during the day when I'm working. I don't always comment, but I know I was listening to you talk on the same one for a couple shows now. Blades of Glory Landscape and Irrigation. What's good, man? Doing. Oh, by the way, man, let people where you are, man. Let people know about your land, about your business. Blades of Glory, what's going on, man? Don's Life, what's going on? True Speaker, what's good with you, man? Everything's good over here. Information Man said, good to see all the brothers in here. What's good? Yes, sir. Always. Hey, man, it's a joy. Goalkeeper 3000, bless you. Says, God bless you and may God guide you into the path of happiness. Thank you so much. Amen. I have been guided. I'm feeling very, very good right now in life, man. I'm feeling very good life. Life is good. Life is real good right now. Got a lot of happiness right now, man. There's been tough times in my life, man, but and I'm sure there'll be, unfortunately, I'm prepared for there being tough times in the future. But as of right now, man, I'm in a place that where I couldn't be happier, man. Cecil Lewis said Canada tuning in. That's what's up. He said, the keyboard warrior said, why did I just spend 9 minutes watching a midget boxing match and a guy named Hammerhead won? That's crazy. Man, Don Ron, Texas is lovely, man. I'm enjoying it. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm so glad I moved, man. And Melvin Jackson. So let's get into this, man. I'll try my best to be smooth. Oh, Information Man Show said, brother, I love your show. I've been so busy, so many different platforms. I've got to get you on my program and interview you, man, about your love of boxing and your platform and everything. Yeah, hit me up. Here you go. This is my email address. There you go. I think that's the right one. Hopefully I didn't type that wrong. H plus Clascovidi. Yep. Cool. What's good, Foshin? He said, I'm smacking any and everyone it's fight week. That's what's up, Marlon. Yeah, man. Put the thing in the post how to watch the fight, man. All right, man. So let's talk. We got 100 people in the building. That's what's up. I got a dislike. I ain't even said nothing. You must know because I said Wilder's 8. So let me talk to the one guy that disliked because come on, man. I ain't even saying nothing yet. But I know you love me because you're showing your emotion already. Wilder is ignoring Anthony Joshua. That's what you can do when you do not need somebody, man. Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn and a lot of these cats from the UK. I had a nice little day reading my comments out of the UK today. Like I said, y'all feeling mighty brave. Yeah, absolutely, Patrick Finishard, dislike from the title. Feeling mighty brave, dog. Y'all feeling mighty brave, mighty encouraged by that win over Alexander Povetkin. Mighty encouraged. And it's funny now, Alexander Povetkin is, according to many of these guys that come to the page, the number 3 heavyweight in the world. Young Merv the Cut, man. What's good, man? I hope everything's well with you, man. Yes, man. And, hey, man, I hope everything's well with you, sir, and your son, man. Yeah, man. Oh my God, he's now the number 3 heavyweight, and Alexander and The only reason Anthony Joshua had a problem was that he was experimenting with his style. He's experimenting. It was just a training session, you know. That was just a training session that got his nose broke. Anyway, man, I had people telling me that Alexander Povetkin had knocked out Luis Ortiz. I'm like, what? Yeah, Alexander Povetkin knocked out Luis Ortiz. Who? Who knocked out Luis Ortiz? Man, they never fought. Oh, they fought in the amateurs. Man, fight no damn amateurs, dude. Said doing like Product said, Povetkin didn't fight smart, but he almost had his ass in the first. Yeah, I mean, you know, he can fight. These are world-class fighters, man. You know what I mean? What's on Ronald Gomez? This is what they're world-class fighters. Absolutely. I mean, as much as I criticize what's going on with AJ in fighting Wilder, I'm not gonna say the dude ain't a world-class fighter. The dude can fight. Obviously, the dude can fight. You know, he's a heavyweight champion. He's one of the heavyweight title holders. You don't get to be a heavyweight title holder without knowing how to box. You don't win Olympic gold medals without knowing how to box. But somehow, when people don't like Deontay Wilder, they think that this dude must be the most easy. He's the luckiest man in the history. His luck is so good. They think he's so garbage that he's, you know, his punches are illegal. He's never beaten anybody. Everybody he ever fought was a bum. He's complete garbage. He's not worth sparring with Deontay Wilder. I'm like, dude, if that's true, Deontay Wilder picked up the wrong sport. He should have been a gambler because, God dog, that's the luckiest dude in the history. It's beyond lucky. How can you win an Olympic bronze medal, knock out 39 professional fighters, defend your champions, defend your belt, what is it, 8 times now? 7, 8 times now? How do you do that not knowing how to box? And why, if the dude couldn't box, and he was only, and everybody knows that Anthony Joshua will knock him out in 8 rounds, why didn't they come to the United States and take that money? Why didn't they just come take the money? It's that easy. Why wouldn't they take the money? See, that's why I'm saying that the dude looks so bad, man. His garbage ass juice afraid to fight him because they know dang well, man, he might get put to sleep, man. Come on, dog. You know that punch that broke Anthony Joshua's nose, the one that broke his nose by Povetkin. Dog, come on, man. If he gets hit with that, Deontay, he might have not just had a broken nose. He might have just fell over and laid out right there. Because if he gets hit, he got the ability to knock you out. But it is what it is. These cats are crazy. What's going on, Stormy B, man? Good morning to you as well, man. They said the Diesel, Wilder's a special talent. You got to love him or hate him. Yeah. I mean, now he's in a really tough fight, though, dude. Oh, St. Cruz said 50 million reasons to take that fight. You got that right. Really 80, because it was a 30 million rematch, guaranteed on the rematch. 80 mil. He said Lomachenko. So Fortune said Wilder would have broken his face. Lomachenko, no head movement, lazy jab, and proper footwork, slow, would get smoked. I don't like that jumping back, man. My man Ty Legacy in the building, man. The dude that asked me to do my first live stream, man. Thank you so much, Ty Legacy, for being in here this morning. He said the fact that they act as if any asshole can get off a couch and do what Wilder speaks volumes. Nobody can win a bronze medal and be undefeated in a division where everyone can punch, I guess. Yeah, he says anybody can win it. Yes, anybody can, dog. Oh, why not? Said, did y'all hear Abel Sanchez sounding like the LDBC? Next, he's going to be 78's Patreon. Listen to Tales of the Hustler. No, I didn't, but I do see him backing away from. I did see him. I did. You talking about when he said that the HBO was biased and they trash? That tells you they might be looking to go somewhere else, man, because they shitting on HBO. They may be looking to pull up camp, dog. They might be looking to pull up camp. HBO is just terrible, but I have to listen to that, man. I saw that. I'm probably gonna do a video on it later today. But Abel Sanchez, it's like I don't know what I can do with Abel Sanchez, man, because Abel Sanchez is full of it. Right now, you don't have any problem with that decision. That basically says thinks it's a fair decision. Were they biased last fight when they were saying that your guy won? You know what I mean? I just think he's a little self-serving, but I can't comment on it in depth because I have to listen to him say it. I got to tell you first. That's funny though. Antho Lockhart says, yeah, damn right. Floyd gonna get easy money whenever that gets scared. I'm not sure what that is. What's going on, Greg Wyatt? He said, greetings, brothers and sisters. Troll Hunter reporting for duty at Fannon International Bison. Yes, sir, dog. Yes, sir. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. GGG's done. Absolutely, man. Swift 46, what's good? He said, what's good, brother? Will Arrow get credit for putting Mikey to sleep? He'll get paid for putting Mikey to sleep. I'm hoping the fight doesn't happen, man. I really do. I mean, I'm not wishing these cats not to get paydays or whatever. But my thing is, I just would rather see Shawn Porter and Errol Spence, because then it's unification in the division, man. We're once just a few more steps from having an undisputed champion. Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence doesn't do anything to move that forward. So I'm hoping that Shawn Porter comes to his senses, man, and just does what he's supposed to do and takes that fight. And then Mikey Garcia does what he should do, in my opinion, and be unified at 135, because you got Vasyl Lomachenko saying he wants it. Yeah, people still avoiding Spence, but hey, man, they can only avoid for so long, man. If he winds up fighting somebody else and he blatantly does it, and he blatantly does it, man. You know? Quentin Hamilton says Mikey Garcia duck Crawford. I don't know, man. I've seen people say that. I haven't seen that they've been in the same weight class at the same time. Real Talk 90, what's good? Top of the morning to you and well, man. What's the word? Just talking about the fact. Oh, let me get into the subject matter, because that's what I really wanted to talk about. Really wanted to talk about. But yeah, hey, by the way, Jesse Lowe said, yeah, people are still avoiding Errol Spence. Yeah, they're avoiding Errol Spence. But if people just let him get away with it and say, okay, we'll just move on, he's avoiding you. You know, what's his motivation to make the fight happen if there's no pressure on him? And I've just noticed that there's like next to no pressure being put on Kenny Porter and Shawn Porter to make that fight happen now. It's like everything got distracted to a fight that everybody knows ain't going to happen to 2019. I would love for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford to fight next in February or March or whatever it is. But it's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And that's not Crawford or Spence that is the reason that's not going to happen. But Shawn Porter and Errol Spence, if there's enough pressure, public pressure put on it, he'll have to do it. He'll have to do it. He was having to eat. Those guys were under so much pressure about that stuff leading up to the Danny Garcia fight. And then it's all of a sudden people just start talking about Terrence Crawford. Oh, well, nah, that's over with. Let's have him fight Terrence. Let's just push for Terrence Crawford, because, he said he didn't want to fight, that he wasn't interested in Terrence Crawford. Man, I know that the happiest person in the world that Errol Spence said that is Shawn Porter. Because I hear Lex and nobody talking about it anymore. And Shawn Porter's not signed up for fighting somebody else. I just God dog, man. I wish you could have kept that pressure on that dude and not just change the focus over to Terrence Crawford. Because it's a more fun. I'm not saying because it is, but it's an easier fight. It's a more fun conversation. It's more of a controversial conversation because Shawn Porter doesn't have a lot of fans. I mean, he just doesn't have he doesn't have a really intense fan base. I mean, dude, it could rain all over the world and a raindrop not hit Shawn Porter's fan base. But doesn't matter. He's got a belt. Porter says Spence was the easiest fight to make. What happened? I don't know what's happening, but I wish people would put pressure on him. But hey, man, it's the conversation turned into how Errol Spence Jr. was wrong for saying that Terrence Crawford's on the wrong side of the street. And while I can agree 100% that he shouldn't have said that, I just don't agree with the fact that that the pressure is now completely off of Shawn Porter, and we're just accepting, not we, but many people are just accepting that, okay, it's just a fact that they're not going to fight each other. Well, we just got to live with that, and let's move on. Nobody would take that nobody took that with Anthony Joshua. Nobody said, well, you know what? Well, let me rephrase that. Yeah, now we're at that point, right? Now we're at that point where people are like, look, I don't care what Anthony Joshua says. Anthony Joshua doesn't want to make that fight, right? And he doesn't want it. His daddy don't want it. Anthony Joshua doesn't want it. Barry Hearn don't want it. Rob McCracken doesn't want it. Eddie Hearn doesn't want it. They don't want it. And even if Anthony Joshua did want it, none of those other guys want it, and he works for them, so it's not going to happen. But that took it took what? How many months before people got up off of that? It's just people still ain't off of it. I'm just not pushing for the fight now because like I said, Wilder's ignoring Anthony Joshua. It's just time to let the dude go now because everybody knows what the deal is, man. You literally did everything you can to make that fight happen. You know? Now, if there's anything on Errol Spence, and it's like, hey, man, look, you can have the advantage. I'll give Mikey Garcia, like, if Errol Spence says something like, look, I'll give you more money than I make for the fight. Okay, do one of those, I'll overpay you for that fight, Shawn. I'll overpay you. You can make more money than me in this fight. I'll give you $500,000 more than I make in the fight to fight you, to get that belt. Okay, so there you go. Or I'll pay your step-aside money. I'll pay your step-aside money for you to fight. Put them on the spot like that and keep grinding on them. Because honestly, man, that is the fight that can happen. You know, and it's just, but if there was no other fight, if he already had 3 of the belts, I wouldn't say that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say it. Because it'd be like, well, who cares if Terrence Crawford's the only other guy with the belt? You got to try to go for the other guy with the belt. Like if Deontay Wilder had never tried to fight Anthony Joshua. Fannon, are you amped up now that Okendo and Char fight is back on? Oh man, I'm just, I can't believe I'm so happy. Yeah, it's crazy. Cash Alexander, Wild team. Oh, hold on 1 second. Cash Alexander, Fannon, Wilder's team is looking like true businessmen, and now Hearn looks desperate. He's got to get his value back. They've already shifted it, and they're over here. And see, this is something that Blood Boxing said a long time ago, man. And I'm going to say it during this conversation. And when he first said it, I didn't really believe it. Like when he said it, I was like, you know what? That's a good thing to say, and that's a good PR thing. That's what I thought he was pointing to. But over time, I started realizing, no, this dude is just dead on right about this. When he's like, Anthony Joshua's not the A side. He's popular over in the UK. Yeah, there are big crowds in the UK. He's doing well. He's selling pay-per-views over in the UK, over on that island. But he's trying to come over here, and he's not big over here. Nobody knows who Anthony Joshua is over the United States. Everybody who knows Anthony Joshua knows Deontay Wilder in the UK. And I can prove it. I just put a video up on it, and I get 4 dislikes. I get 2 dislikes before my video even pops up. You guys are all calling him a bum, calling him this, calling him that, but you know who he is. You're not saying nobody knows him. That's what they used to say. Nobody knows him. But now it went from nobody supports him to everybody that does support him is just a fanboy. Well, if he's got fanboys over here in the United States, just a bunch of Wilder fanboys, guess what? That means there's a bunch of Wilder fans. And since there's a bunch of Wilder fans and growing number of Wilder fans, what does Deontay Wilder need Anthony Joshua for? In fact, he might have already gotten everything he needed out of Anthony Joshua. Because now he's fighting on pay-per-view. He was already the number one as far as the people watching on subscription TV. He was already he's already the number one watched fighter in the United States. He's fighting on Showtime, which is a third of the size of ESPN, if that. And he's doing 1 million views with people watching him fight on Showtime. Where you got guys on ESPN doing 800,000. But Wilder's doing 1 million on a smaller network. And that's been the case. So what happens if the million people that tune in to watch him on Showtime turn in to watch it, decide, you know what, I'll pay for this pay-per-view. All of a sudden, and I'm not even predicting 1 million pay-per-views, but if he does 1 million pay-per-views, that's $100 million fight easy with Tyson Fury. And then they say, oh, well, you know, who was the only reason he can do that is this Tyson Fury. No, nobody knows Tyson Fury in the United States. Tyson Fury isn't some known commodity in the United States. It's not. They just said, you know what? We're up in the ante on Deontay Wilder. We're putting this on pay-per-view. And I think the pay-per-view has more to do with people trying to compete with Showtime and them saying, look, man, we're going to invest this money in here because our subscribers like boxing. And there's a lot of them. And what we're doing with these free trials with Showtime is drawing people to subscribe to the channel. And we like the business we're doing. But, you know, beautiful job of it, because now Eddie Hearn and those guys can't even talk about who they're going to fight next. They have to promote their fight in April, promising people in the UK that Deontay Wilder's coming. And it seems to me that it's a little bit like when Lomachenko said all the fight got to do is $400K and Wilder's the inside. Yeah, absolutely. It's a wrap. At $400K, he's at easy. AJ needs to fight Luis Ortiz because it will be a big fight and redeem AJ AJ needs to fight Luis Ortiz. Oh, yeah, if he fights Luis Ortiz, he's going to get beat. He needs to do that so that he can get his ass knocked out. So he can get beat. AJ ain't fighting Luis Ortiz and Luis Ortiz is going to beat him. Luis Ortiz going to beat him, dog. Jamari Moore said AJ effed up, plain and simple. Eddie and Barry's plan to attack Wilder's character backfired big time, and now they have UK fans rolling with Wilder. Straight suckers. Absolutely, man. And they got these new dudes. Now they got a whole new. It's funny on my chat too. I'm starting to see new guys up there with new names talking about. Man, their arguments are the same arguments. How much money has he made before this fight? So what? Okay, if he does a pay-per-view fight, so what? Who will he fight in his next pay-per-view fight? Hey, man, he's got to get past. He's got to get past dude first. Hey, man, much love in the super chat. Jamari Moore, man. Forgive me if I mispronounce your name, man, and give me the proper phonics for it, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. Fan Perspective said Spence will be king, man. Randy Ridley says Wilder needs 500K. Carissa Shields did 400K. Nah, pay-per-view, Randy Ridley. Pay-per-view. Deontay Wilder does 1.2 million. He does 1.2 million on Showtime. The 400 you're talking about for Carissa Shields is regular Showtime. Deontay Wilder does 1.2 million on regular Showtime. They're talking about 500,000 pay-per-view buys. That's a different thing. Anthony Arco, all sanctions buys needs to have them. All sanctions need to have the most feared be mandatory, so that if you want the belt, you got to go through them, Wilder and Spence. Yeah, I mean, it would be cool, but that doesn't work, man. That doesn't work for those cats because they got to make money off all the people, all the sanctioning fees for the contenders. Man, that's a for-profit business, man. Nigerians in the chat talking reckless, man. I don't know, soccer fans in there talking reckless, man. Just don't jump into the sports running your mouth, dog. Okay, and please, yeah, is Luis Ortiz a PBC fighter? Yeah, he's advised by Al Heyman. He fights on PBC cards. Mikey gonna slice Lomo. I hope to see it. AJ said White deserves April shot more than Fury. Yeah, he would say that. What is Dillian White? Yeah, mighty convenient, huh? Sir Douglas, oh yeah, top of the morning to the what's up, Fannon, Naptown tapping in. What's going on out there in Naptown, man? What's going on in the Indianapolis? Jean Du said too big, too tall. What's too big, too tall? I guess I would have to look at your last comment to know what you're talking about. What's going on, Randy? What's going on, Randy Ridley? I said, you said my, oh, cool. Jamari Moore said, you said my name correctly, Fannon. Thank you for asking. Hey, man, my pleasure, man. It's like, I got guys that come on my channel and say my name is Fannon, and they're like, you misspelled your own name. I'm like, how can you misspell your own name? I'm telling you what it is. It's Fannon, pronounced Fannon. That's how you pronounce it. I know that ain't what it looks like when you read it, but that's how it's pronounced, dog. Okay? First time you get it right, you get it wrong, cool, I understand. But if I tell you and you tell me I'm wrong, dog, come on, man, kick rocks. Boatman, what's good, man? How you feeling? Layla D said, I'll eat crow on that one. I got Loma over Mikey. It's tough, man. It's tough. I want to see the fight. That fight, I don't got any horse in that fight. Roy Tabori said Lomachenko stylistically all wrong for Mikey, in my opinion. And man, he's stylistically wrong for a lot of people. But make the fight. Randy Ridley said, you got my name right too. I respect you for that. But nah, thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. Mailman Mike, what's good? Out here delivering mail, getting that good, buy some content. Keep up the great job, my guy. I appreciate you, man. It's a lot of fun doing, man. Jamal Rice said, doing life products, that's cool with me. It's not me. Okay, what's up? What's going on? Man. Zephaniah, man, I have not seen you in a minute, man. What's good? Romeo Harris, Fannon, tell me what you think about the proposed card on December 1st. It would be the best fight card I've heard of in years. That'd be the best fight in years. Be the best fight card in memory. In memory. Like, those are all a bunch of fights that are going to be tense, can't miss. God dog, man. And it's going to sell like hot potatoes, dude. Lomos is not this fighter y'all think he is. Not the fighter y'all think he is. Man, maybe not. I think he's a damn good fighter. But let me tell you, man. God dog, man, you got it's funny. Demographically, it's genius. If they can pull that off, God dog, I think that's about the best card you can make. First of all, you got Gervonta Davis and Abner Mares. Abner Mares and Leo Santa Cruz got big fan bases. Their own. You bring a bunch of guys with big fan bases because Leo Santa Cruz got a big fan base. Gary Russell Jr. has the same should have roughly the same fan base as Gervonta Davis, but you're basically bringing in two big fan bases by putting on Abner Mares and Leo Santa Cruz on that card is brilliant. And in real fights against Gervonta Davis and Gary Russell Jr., if they can do that, God dog, man, that's a great fight card, man. And then Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. The only thing is, man, Cat's got to come on, man. Look, that's a dangerous fight for Wilder. Okay, that's a dangerous fight for Wilder, man. And it's a fight that he could lose. That's the thing. That's the thing where I'm like, oh God. And I keep feeling like that about Deontay Wilder. I'm like, God dog, every other fight, I'm like, shit, you got to fight that dude? God dog, why you got to fight that dude? Man, Anthony Johnson, man, in the super chat like a killer today, man. What's good? I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate that, man. You really support the channel, man, because we definitely trying to raise this fund for these causes. And it is what's up, man. Anthony Johnson said, if that December 1 card comes together, it does 1 million buys. Shout out Fannon. Yeah, if that card, absolutely, Anthony Johnson. That is something that really got dog. That is for sure something that should get. It's the best card. It's better than Canelo Alvarez Gennady Golovkin card. It's better. That's a way better card. Way better card. It's for the lineal heavyweight championship with Deontay Wilder, and then the undercard are actually fights. I think they're all championship fights. You got 126-pound championship fight. Unification, I do believe. Let me go to the spreadsheet, man. I try to remember if Gary. I don't think Gary Russell's moving up. I don't think Gary Russell. I'm pretty sure Gary Russell's a 126-pound champion. He is. I know he is, but I'll just go double check because sometimes, those lower weight classes I get mixed up. So you get Yeah, you get a WBC WBA unification fight between Gary Russell Jr. and Leo Santa Cruz, and then you get a WBA super deal again with Abner Mares. Abner Mares, funny enough. Oh man, you know what? If this fight pulls off, dude, you know that's some bullshit than that Kenny Porter said. No. It's not bullshit because there he is. He's the number 5. He's the number 5 ranked by the WBA. Ain't never fought at 130 pounds, but he's already ranked. Just on saying it. They'll rank a dude overnight if they want to make that fight. Fannon, you going out to the fight? You know, I am such a homebody, but I want to, man. I want to. I want to say I am, but I know myself, man. I'm like super homebody, dude. My favorite part of my day is being with my kids. And it's like, oh, man, I got to like do all that traveling. Oh, my God. I had a job where I traveled all the time, was away from home for months. What's good, Jeffrey Lopez? But for that fight, man, I might have to try to go do it, man. Ain't Keith Thurman on that card? I've heard rumors, man. We'll see what it is, man. Yeah, thank you, Jamari Moore. Russell is 126-pound champ. I'm trying to back up a little bit. Patrick Pinashot, is that all? It's all co-main event, no undercard, because each of the fight can headline. Yeah. I mean, dude, I'm watching all those fights for boxing fans in the U.S. you're going to be excited about. It is easily the best. I mean, I can't think of a better fight card that happened in that, man. I mean, I can't. Somebody want to tell me something. I'm sure if they did, it was somebody who was like a Don King card or something, with Julio Cesar Chavez fighting on Mike Tyson's undercard or something like that. Oh, what did Bahim Bipilo say? Fannon, you heard me. My boy AJ destroys these bums, and you know it. Wilder is a maggot. Opportunist. Hold on, what? I'm sorry, I got an arrow in this foolishness. Fannon, you heard me. I didn't hear you, but I'm reading it now. My boy AJ probably don't even know you, destroys these bums, and you know it. No, I don't. He ain't fought him. Wilder's a maggot. Opportunist. He cherry-picked Fury. How do you cherry-pick the lineal champion? How you cherry-pick the lineal champion, dude? He cherry-picked the owner of all of Anthony Joshua's belts? Yeah, okay. He should fight the Don AJ. AJ don't want to fight him. Yeah, he should be fighting him. He should have fought him. He should have fought him when Povetkin fought him. But your boy didn't want it. So what you talking about? Come on, man. Man, nobody believes it, man. You can keep saying it. I wonder if your shit is an anagram. And love you. And love you. Dude, hey, man, seriously, man, my mind gets kind of funny sometimes. I would swear your name is an anagram that I can't figure out. I think is your name an anagram? You a phony motherfucker, dude. Your shit's an anagram. I think your name is a fucking anagram, dude. Corny. Anyway, this guy's is the definition of AJ protection program. He's a phony, dude. I don't even think that's his name. That shit looks like an anagram. I just got to spend a couple more minutes looking at what it is. But anyway, that ain't his real name. Not that anybody uses his real name, but anyway, come on, man. How you cherry pick that somebody? Gregory Wyatt in the super chat. What's going on? Said AJ will avoid Wilder and Ortiz at all costs. Hey, man, until he's back at the O2. He need to go back to the O2 in April, though. He ain't selling the joint out, dog. The O2 will fit you, dog. Go ahead and get back to the O2, man. But now, Wilder's getting fight of the year after Ortiz knockout and Fury in 5. Depends by who. What's going on, Randy Ridley? Thank you, sir. He said, I'm paying for the Wilder pay-per-view. He really is going out his way to fight the best. I have to support him. Absolutely, man. He didn't even have to take that. Yes, ash kicking product. That was crazy. With Charlo, Hurd, Trout, and Lara. Lara fought Goshaw. Charlo fought. Charlo fought. Who did Charlo fight? Charlo fought Trout. No, Hurd fought Trout. Charlo fought Jamel. Fought Lubin, and Lara fought Goshaw. All of the 154 pound. Well, 3 of the 4 WB BA 154 pound belts were on the line. That was a great card, man. That was a great card. I think this beats it by a little bit, just because. Yeah, I think it might beat it by a little bit, not by a lot though. Not by a lot. It was a great fight. That was a great fight card, man. Absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. That was an unreal fight card, actually. But nah, Wilder's getting fight of the year. He should, but it just depends on whether people are going to give him the love that he deserves for that, man. Buddy Lee Senior, why did he get his message? Buddy Lee be chilling. Oh, smack him with the wrench. Why did he get delayed? He need to get smacked with that wrench. There ain't nothing wrong with saying that. You need to get smacked upside the head with a wrench. Dude, I'm not interested in it, man. It's like, it's go away. I'm gonna play Anthony. I'm gonna learn from Deontay Wilder. Go away, AJ. Go away. I've tried to talk to you for 6 months. You're playing with me. I don't feel like it. I'm not gonna chase you around. Go fight somebody else. Okay, I'm done with it. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grow my own brand. I'm going to talk to the people I'm going to fight the people that want to fight me. I'm going to ask the people that want to see me fight to watch me fight. And it's going to be what it is. But I'm not holding my breath waiting around on you, man. You're not that big. Okay, you keep saying you're that big, but I don't believe you. You need more people. So, AIDS, that's my feeling on you cats to come up here with all that. Wilder's a bum, bummy Wilder. Just go away, dude. There's nothing you're saying that I've not heard 300 times or more. Okay. Oh, 501 Shy Box says Luis Ortiz versus White. He won't fight him. Lubin fought Charlo too soon. Agreed. He might never beat him, though, dude. He just might be just a better fighter, but just getting caught by that uppercut, woo, leg twitching, everything. Fannon, Fury's a big challenge for Wild, no question. Hope AJ's at the ringside. Don't hold your breath, man. But that would be something interesting for him to do that. Absolutely. I invite him to do that. Please do that. That would be the smartest thing the dude could do. That would be the smartest thing the dude could do. Is go there, sit for that fight, come out there and jump in the ring. And Wilder will say 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. You want it 50-50. Dude, 60-40 would have got it done, dog. Hey, man, that dude's leg done. Hey, doing life production, his leg was, I was like, God, dog, I hope this dude is all right. That dude had some damage. What it do, Renique 313? What's going on? I'll take, yeah, Ortiz versus any top fighter. They're not going to want to fight him. Man, that's a southpaw, man. That's a southpaw heavyweight with not a counter-punching southpaw, dude. That is not going to be an easy fight to win, man. Big Baby is going to air out the whole Matchroom organization if he does not get the fight he wants. Man, I don't know why he signed with that dude to begin with, man. He could have just come on, just went on. He would have had a Wilder fight. It could have been him. Fighting on the pay-per-view. Could have been. Not over Fury because he ain't got a lineal belt. But hey, man, that would be a good fight. Jamari Moore said Matchroom needs Wilder Joshua to keep his subscribers. That's why they're trying so hard to make it look like they want the fight. Real talk. Absolutely. Raquel Prograis. That's what's up. October 27th will be the big fight with Regis Prograis. Is that the World Boxing Super Series? Raquel? Yes, let me see some. Yes, it's good to have you back on the channel in the live stream. You know, it's one of my favorite. Hey, by the way, much respect to Regis Prograis. Let me go here, man. Google this, man. Regis Prograis. Yes, sir. Let's see if they got that up on the box rec yet. They usually be quick with it on box rec. At least that next fight. Terry Flanagan. That's right. I couldn't believe I forgot it. That's what's up. And it was the date. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Regis Prograis gonna beat the brakes off and tell Terry Flanagan. Man, that boy got a death wish, huh? Prograis. That's what I said. Prograis. I said Prograis. I don't think I said Prograis. I said Prograis. I got it. I was corrected before. 504 boys, yes, sir. Said Regis is a beast. Absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to it. Mikey need to fight Regis. Prograis. Go ahead, come on, get that work, man. BoxRec is up to date. Yeah, BoxRec be up to date with the new fights. They get some records wrong, though. Josh Taylor said Ass Juice will drop those titles before letting Wilder versus Ortiz knock him out in 5. Oh, they would, and they'll be like, something. K Black in the building. What's going on, K Black? BoxRec is up to date. Yep. Prograis, a head buster. Yeah, man, I'm a big fan of that, man. I'm a big fan of Regis Prograis. Ye said Regis Prograis said, yep, that's what's up. If Eddie Hearn is not in control, he doesn't want to do business. Yeah, man, he's gonna lose control eventually, though, man. Over here, he ain't running nothing. But Deontay Wilder, they would have loved to have Deontay Wilder signed to him. Prograis. Sorry, Prograis. Did I say Prograis? I thought I had the last name part of it wrong. Prograis. Pro. Sorry about that, man. Regis. Rougarou. Did I get that right? Rougarou is about to blitz Terry Flanagan, man. That's it for now. Thank you, man. I'm sorry. I do a bad job pronouncing shit. But I know who Regis Prograis is, okay? See, I did it again. Prograis. I said it enough times. I got it wrong. Prograis. I'm a pro at gray. Yeah, man. Anyway, man, that dude can fight, man. We rocks with Regis Prograis. For now, Mikey dropped that title at 140 to avoid Regis and Josh Taylor. Of course, man, dude is selective. Dude is a selective hopscotching ass boxer as there ever. I've never seen a boxer hopscotch like that. I've never seen. Has anybody else hopscotched like that? Somebody that would go from 135 to 140, back down to 135, up to 147, back to 135, picking and choosing who he wants to fight. If that ain't some prima donna shit, I ain't never heard of prima donna shit. But he gets away with it. Yeah, man, why does people keep calling me from this number? But it is, who's texting me? Oh, yeah, you missed me because I moved, homie. Yeah, so that's crazy, man. But he can fight. Kell didn't beat Crawford. Who didn't beat Crawford? Kell Brook never fought Crawford. Ash kicking. Ife Agagba fight September 30 on FS1. If they can find somebody to stay in the ring with him, yeah. Ife Agagba's PBC. I'm looking for. I got to check that out, man. September 30th on FS1, man. I think FS1 that had Fox had the I think I've seen a couple cards on Fox, man. I think I keep catching them afterwards. I don't know why it just doesn't resonate with me yet to keep my eye on Fox. Kell would murder Bud. Kell Brook. I don't think anybody's going to murder Bud. Kell beats everybody walking at 147 except for Errol Spence. Kell Brook can fight, man. I know who he would beat, the dude that don't want to fight him for nothing. And that is Amir Khan, dog. That is a damn disgrace. Oh, yeah, Quentin Hamilton said it. Khan is afraid of Kell Brook. That's a disgrace, man. That's just a disgrace. Oh, Joey Spencer's on that? Okay, cool. I'm definitely going to check that out. Ife Agag, Abo, is that a different Ife? Would be a great fight. Agagba, Ife and Daniel Dubois. See, that's the next level of heavyweights, man. Those cats can come on. There's a couple other there's another African dude people are talking about whose name isn't really resonating with me right now, and I definitely don't want to mispronounce because I'm tired of mispronouncing people's names. Passive student Kell Brook can fight, but I got Crawford outboxing him. I don't know, man. Sears, man. I don't know, man. I almost want to stop talking about Bud because I really do like Bud, but you know, oh my God, Fannon Brawner versus Regis, who you got? Regis by murder. Regis by murder. Okay, he's going to beat that dude up bad, dog. What's going on, Harold Tatum? And he move up to 144 pounds to do it. He'll be strong too, fighting him. Nah, man, that's just real ugly. He said, "Yeah." Oh, Napoleon said, "God is a narcoleptic." he keep on falling asleep, huh? Oh man, y'all got to excuse me 1 second, man. 1 second, I got a work email. I'm just gonna look at it real quick, make sure that ain't nobody, ain't nothing on fire, dog. Yeah, peace, chat. What's going on, Boxing Creed? Okay, cool. Yes, sir. Okay, Regis is like a small version of Hurd. There's a lot of similarities to it. That big dudes be walking it up, man. Oh, Tank has legal issues to handle. That shouldn't stop him from fighting. That's a misdemeanor, man. That's like, what is it? Disorderly conduct? That's nothing big, man. It just shows that I mean, it's disorderly conduct. That's not like, it's not like he ain't like he Victor Ortiz. All right. It ain't like he got some Victor Ortiz problems. Victor Ortiz got that. Victor Ortiz got all that, dog. Got all kind of problems. Political Princess said, King Anthony Joshua. Hey, man. Nah, man, let her stay. Come on, man. Don't time out political. Hey, man, I gotta pass on Political Princess. What's good, Political Princess? I didn't wonder was you were gonna float that when you gonna float that conversation. Jamari Moore said Regis has better boxing than Hurd, but you don't see it unless he's fighting somebody with skills. Regis can fight, man. Fannon, did you see Eddie Irwin Hearn 4? What's going on, Irwin Hearn? What did Irwin Hearn say? Fannon, did you see the new Matchroom DAZN 8-year Canada streaming deal announced today? No, it was announced yesterday, the day before yesterday. And I was resisted saying, yeah, they better go to Canada. Take your ass to Canada. That's some place good to be. Go to Canada. Because DAZN's already got good business in Canada. Don't they show the NFL in Canada? Going over there to DAZN in Canada, man, that's good. DAZN is a good fit for Canada. That's a good fit for Canada. DAZN ain't doing squat in the United States. And that shit is not going to fly. Even though I did hear good things about their streaming quality. I did hear that they've got a very good picture, very limited. They didn't have a lot of, buffering. But that's a lot of extra money people to buy just for boxing. I thought DAZN was already there. DAZN is already there. Yeah, DAZN's there. They're just going to show the fights in Canada. Oh, yeah, DAZN can scream Canada's version of the NFL. Yeah, they do. No. DAZN already shows the NFL in Canada. They showed the NFL in Canada. That was how they came into the that's how they came to the United States. Oh, Delo 404 box said I heard the streams are garbage. Hey, well, there you go. Alex Santos, Canadians are complaining about streaming DAZN. Okay, there you go. I stand corrected. I'm just telling you what I heard from one person. I ain't gonna argue with all of Canada. You know what I mean? But yeah, they already oh yeah, Political does talk reckless. Yeah, she does. But she's a lady, so I'm more less to hit a woman with a wrench than a dude. But still, she talks about other things in boxing, man. We get along. Like I said, I got a couple people that I can deal with because I've talked to them I've talked to them in the other the comment sections and stuff like that, man. I love a good debate, a good conversation. The people that I throw out is that, you guys are all bums and you're riding this and you're doing that and your mama's this and all of that. You know what I mean? Political Princess just think, she likes an underwear model. So it is what it is. Yeah, she's a lady, allegedly. Hey, man, you can never prove it. I'll take them if they would. Hey, let me tell you something. If you get on my stream saying you're a lady, claiming to be a woman, you are a woman. And then if I find out that you are a man pretending to be a woman, you still a woman. Because what kind of man will pretend to be a woman other than a woman that just happens to be a man? Dog, shoot. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm trying to told you. I'm just telling you, if that's a woman, if little princess, if she put princess on her thing and gets on it, that's a woman. Okay? No matter what. Yeah. Kansas Kane says, I'm a woman. Hey, there you go, Kansas Kane. That's all right. U.S. Brain, I'm a woman. That's hey. Gotta love the ladies when they're on the chat. It's all love and respect. Because I don't think, see, this at risk of sounding like sexist, I think that it's very important for women to be fans of boxing. Because women take a lot less shit than some dudes do. They might just actually tell you that the dude is punking out. You know what I'm saying? He said, we love boxing too. That's what's up. Hey, man. The ladies get love on this channel, man. And if a dude want to act like they're a woman, just okay, get in drag. Get in drag. Get in your avatar drag and start talking, okay? Because then, dude, if you're really a dude, you know what you are, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know what you are, dog. What's going on, Marlo? You know what you are if you're doing that. Anyway, man, it is what it is, man. Fannon, DAZN is a baby. Competition is healthy. It depends. They're not going to be competition, dog. They're going to get bought. If they in the United States, this whole competition thing is, man, I'm trying to tell you, they're just going to get bought. And it only is competition is only good if it makes a better product. Competition is not good if you can't get the fights you want to see because everybody's fighting for different weight class, different networks and different promoters. So unification competition is not good for unification to get an undisputed 147-pound champ. Competition is bad for that because you got one guy over at ESPN and 4 guys over at Showtime, and the networks are competing with each other. So there has to be something in it for the network for them to even want to make the fight. But if they're all in the same network, they're all in the same place, then there's fewer things standing in the way of making the fight happen. There's the fighter, there's the 2 fighters, and the sanctioning body. That's it. 2 fighters and the sanctioning body. And if you include in the fighter their manager, right? That's it. If they're on the same network, promotional issues don't even really come into play because the network really is the promoter. In the network, the same network is paying the bills for both promoters. You know what I mean? I mean, it's good sometimes, other times it's not. So like it is good when DAZN came in and Showtime doubled down with the fighters that they have because they've got all the they've got all the fighters. AJ is soon to be the first openly heavyweight belt holder. Is he coming out? Showtime is killing HBO. It's hard to watch nowadays. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Unless you're AJ, then fans have to fight Wilder first. Unless you're AJ, the fans have to. I'm not sure what that meant. Got to rewrite that, man. HBO on life support. Yeah, man, they doing real well. Their boxing is terrible. And that's what they get, man. Right? They rode that. They try to compete with the UFC. They try to get the UFC fight fans. They try to get the fight fans that they like. You know what I mean? Just look at their commentator crew. Look at their commentator crew. Come on, man. They got the fighters that they wanted to see be successful. And figured it was their network that was drawing everybody to them. Said, I wish Al Haymon would have let Charles Martin get in the ring with who? With who? Eastern Europeans are screwed HBO Boxing. HBO Boxing, Quentin screwed HBO Boxing, man. HBO Boxing screwed HBO Boxing. Straight up. They screwed each other. They didn't have to do that. They had the best fighters in the world, and they chose not to promote the best fighters they had, who are from the area where the largest percentage of their subscribers are from. They decide. I remember when Jim Lampley said that they didn't have to. They really didn't care. Basically, I'm paraphrasing here. They're like, basically, I don't care what fighters, who the fighters are that we sign, because we make the stars. We don't have to go searching for them. They come to us. And since all the good fighters come to us, we can choose who we want to promote. And that's true. They could. But the fact is, nobody wanted it. Nobody cared about Gennady Golovkin, man. Canelo Alvarez, he was made on Showtime. They didn't even build him. Showtime built him. But then Oscar De La Hoya jumped over there to HBO. But they didn't. But he was fighting on HBO. He was fighting on Showtime cards. That's how he got built. What is that? Sorry. Oh, Ugas has no power. Arrow walks him down. That's who I'd like to see him fight next is Ugas. If they don't make these fights, I'd rather see him fight Ugas. Because then if they just get the mandatory name Ugas, that's a good fight. I don't have to hear Ugas' name anymore. He fights Ugas and keep it moving. Mikey Garcia should have to come up to 147 pounds and fight some damn body before he gets a title shot. Fight somebody at 147 first. If you're gonna leave 130 pounds, 140 pounds, or excuse me, 135 pounds, leave 135 pounds, fight somebody to earn a shot at a belt at 147 pounds. Jumping to the front, he's just gonna jump to the front of the line at 147 pounds. Never had a fight, gonna jump straight to it. That's not even fair for the fighters that are there. That's not fair to Ugas. Well, because he makes more money. I think Ugas has just as much of a chance of beating Errol Spence Jr. as Mikey Garcia does. Fight Ugas. Let Ugas fight him. Get another mandatory out of the way. Like, hey, I just fought a mandatory, but making my mandatory now, I get rid of him too. And then let me have two voluntaries. But Errol wants to make money. Errol Spence wants to get the biggest name he can fight. Fair enough, man. From his perspective, I can understand that. If Shawn Porter doesn't come through, but I'm just not a big fan of that, man. I want to see unification in boxing, man. Ugas' body work is very impressive. Yeah, but the way he was laying them shots to that last dude, dog, he should have been able to knock that dude out. He really should have. He really should have. And that dude, really was a lot smaller than Ugas too. Nobody wants to be at the front line of the IBF line. Ugas does. It's a scary ride in the boxing and music part. Yeah, but Ugas wants it. Fannon, when Don King ran boxing, was that healthy for the fighters? Was it healthy for the fighters? Boxing has never been healthy for fighters. It's not healthy for fighters now. You're getting punched in the head. You know what I mean? So if you're talking about for their money, he made a lot of guys rich. So yeah, he made a lot of millionaires. Don King was he might have been the highest paying promoter in boxing. It's just the money that he paid, then he took more than a good amount of it from them. So healthy, he's no more or less healthy, unless you mean that Don King was if you're talking about physically healthy, Don King made fighters fight, had fighters fighting each other. He fought tough competition. So guys were, they were in there, they weren't taking a lot of easy fights with Don King. Don King had cats fighting. So there was more risk in that, yeah. Fannon, some guys are very durable. Yeah, some guys are. I mean, eventually though, that shit catches up, dog. Don King was a thief. Yeah, I ain't gonna argue with that. But he made great fights. He was good for boxing fans. I'll tell you that. Shit. He was real good for boxing fans. Because if you wasn't for Don King, you would never seen the fights that you saw. When Mike Tyson signed with Don King, he was immediately in there deep. He didn't play around. They're like, this fight, this guy, this guy. You got to see the fights you wanted to see. Guys that fought with Mike Tyson, that fought when Don King had basically all the heavyweights signed for him. You saw a lot of very, very good heavyweight championship fights because they were all signed with the same promoter. You know? So, I mean, Don King, there's some good to him, some bad to him. For the fans, he was very good for the boxing fans. He was very good for the sport of boxing. For boxers' pocketbooks, not so much. Because, you know, he would charge you $700 for a towel, you know, like that. You get a drink of water, it would cost you $150 for a cup of water during your training camp. Them little plastic cups, he'd mark them shits up by 5,000%, you know, that type of stuff. He would pay you in. Man, he paid Mike Tyson not in money, but in shares of a casino shares. Like, I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but don't the shares, when you buy shares in a company, doesn't the value of that go up and down? So couldn't they just tank the value of the stock and then pay you next to nothing? I was like, God, what was this? Yeah, dude. He's the thief, dog. Crazy, dog. Ugas versus Brook would be a good fight. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Oh, what's Blazing Sports said? $2.50 a sip of water. Yep. This is Avion. This ain't even Avion. This is Mount Everest water. We got it, you know, ionized Mount Everest water in a crystal bottle. Crazy. The bottle was crystal because, you know, we don't want the water, you know, water in regular glass or pot, you know, it has that'll mess with you. That'll mess with your weight gain. We needed crystal bottles. May I see the crystal bottle, please, sir? Oh, we threw those away, man. What the fuck ever. Dude is crazy. How much for one rib? Oh, hell yeah. $30 for that rib. Let me get back on this, man. It's funny, man. Don King, though. You know, man, these promoters, promoters are promoters, dude. Promoters are promoters, dude. They're gonna do some ganky shit. Fannon, ice was shaved from the piss of a caveman. This ice was shaved from the piss of a caveman in the Alps. Hell yeah, you know that. He was charging Mike Tyson $25,000 a week for towels. Wow. $100,000 for towels for a training camp, dog. Oh, if it's an 8-week training camp, $200,000 for towels in a training camp. Wow. Bottle of fresh Mountain Air, $250. Yep. Hey, man, that's kind of like, dude, he did them like TLC. That dog. And what's that group? The New Edition had them cats writing like with no signed away their publishing rights and were sitting there writing like a sweat camp. Don't own any of their publishing rights, man. What do you think about Victor Ortiz getting locked up? Nothing much. I think he's out on bond. Nothing much. Oh, so when Don King was accused of stealing millions from Tyson, he responded, he didn't have nothing when I met him. Oh, so you gonna leave him that way? That's crazy. Yeah, Don King a thief, man. We know. Oh, Don King would be dead fucking with me. Hey, man, by the way, World Breaker Fighter, shake that shit off, man. That shit is just, I saw all that stuff going on yesterday, man. Shake that off. Got that dude crying his soup. Let him cry in his soup. Okay. Don King's for now. What about Uskadagi? Thoughts on who should be next for him? Uskadagi, I think Uskadagi's a good fighter, man. I don't know. I hate that Caleb Plant didn't happen, but maybe the winner of man, I would like to see him fight the winner of George Groves, Callum Smith, if possible. You know, I think that's possible. Is that a Frank Warren? Are they with Frank Warren? I don't think those guys are with Matchroom. I could be wrong, but I would like to see him fight the winner of George Groves, Callum Smith. He said, damn, I'm trying to tell you, I don't think much of Victor Ortiz is, I mean, you know, if he did it, he need to rot his ass in jail. You know what I mean? Wilder Fury does 2 million pay-per-view buys. If that's it, he definitely don't need Deontay Wilder. If they did 2 million pay-per-view buys, I mean, he don't need Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is the seaside. World Breaker, I said what I said. I am done. I don't carry things. I don't have time. Yeah. Whatever, dog. I was listening to your show. I went and listened to that, and I was like, come on, man. What the fuck you talking about? Somebody to hold your hand? What the fuck you want? Somebody to kiss you and put you to bed? Anyway, Valdecris, does Thurman have any fans? Yeah, he does. He got some fans that are real hot and imploding on YouTube. Absolutely, they got fans. God, dog, they got a fan. I know one dude that's a fan of theirs. So much so the dude lost his damn mind. All of that. Bracy wants a salute Fannon listening at work. What's going on, Bracy? How you feeling, man? Groves is with Sauerland, the World Boxing Series people. Okay, cool. Yeah, so try to make that fight. Oh, yeah, man. You know, whatever with that. I don't know. I'm in it. I ain't in it. Keeney Niquad said Callum Smith is with is Eddie Hearn. Well, then I think I got Callum Smith winning that. Fans for sec, the buildup has been epic. Wilder has a new fan base emerging abroad. It does 2 million pay-per-view buys. Yeah, it's going to do some big numbers in the UK. They're going to do some big numbers in the UK. Thurman has man fans mostly. I mean, I'm a fan of Keith Thurman. You can throw me in there. I ain't a man fan. I guess you put the mostly, but I think he's a good fighter, man. It's just, you know. All right, World Breaker fighting, that's cool. But if it's something about me, you send it to me, but I already know. I've been getting I don't know if you're talking about, I've been getting people telling me stuff about, you know. I listen to a lot of stuff that I never comment on too. So I've been sitting there, I've been listening to a couple of live streams like, damn, really? It's not cool. Oh, can Usyk beat AJ? I think he can. I think he's got a good shot. He's got to knock him down. He's got to knock him out to win. He's not going to get he's not going to get a call. Yeah. Smash the like button, man. We got 209 people in the building. I've been going on a little, let me make sure. Okay, yeah, I got a little while. Not too much. AJ is an idiot. Yeah, what's going on, Tone Bangers? Did I miss the super chat? I'm sorry, man. Sometimes I'll be talking. Oh, I gotta miss the name. Let me see. Ash Kicking it's Ash Kicking Products said that. Hey, man, by the way, go to ashkicking.com. Scoop up some Ash Kicking products. AJ told me I didn't know he wanted to fight. Not sure what that is. Okay, but let me go back, make sure I didn't miss anything. They expired. If I missed the super chat, please forgive me, man. Why is AJ an idiot? He passed up $80 million. And he let somebody else sign his own contract. Lets him sign his contract. Maybe that's, you know, boxing protocol, but he passed up a $50 million guarantee, man. Ain't nothing promised. He can get hit by a bus tomorrow. $50 million guarantee with a rematch, a $30 million rematch clause guaranteed, and you don't take it for the unification, for it to become the undisputed heavyweight champion, and you don't take it? What better opportunity is he ever going to get? You know, what is he ever going to get that is better than what he was offered? There's no better fight. There's no way he ever get a better offer than that. For now, nobody's ever gotten a better offer than that. Other than maybe Floyd Mayweather, definitely for heavyweights, nobody's ever received a better offer than he was given. He turned down the best offer ever made in the heavyweight division for what? To underperform to fight Alexander Povetkin in Wembley Stadium. Could have came to the United States, had an opportunity to knock out to beat Deontay Wilder in the United States, collect $50 million guaranteed, probably closer to $70 million for the fight. Solidify a U.S. fan base, become the undisputed number one guy in all of boxing, and he didn't do it. Just, I don't know what you... I don't get it. Like there's a guy from my hometown that's older than me, and he was drafted in the he was drafted in the NBA. This was back in the 70s. He got drafted into the NBA out of Georgetown. He played basketball. He was one of the first guys to play for John Thompson at Georgetown. This dude this dude got drafted into the NBA and turned it down to go play for Athletes in Action because he was a Christian and he wanted to play for God. And I thought to myself, well, man, that's a lot of, hey, man, okay. I'm glad that you really believe that you're really committed, but why can't you be believing God and playing the NBA at the same time? And to this day, this guy's one of these hell and brimstone, fire and brimstone preachers. I'm like, Lord have mercy, dog. Yeah, you do you. And I used to always think that was a dumb decision, but at least it had some, he had a reason. This is just wow. He said, I'm tripping. He said, wow, yeah, I'm telling you, dude, it was crazy. The dude could have went. He played like right before Sleepy Floyd. Dude would have definitely. Dude could have had a very, very long career in the NBA. But he played for Athletes in Action for like a year or two, I think, and then he blew out his ACL. And I don't know if he blew out his ACL or whatever, but I know Athletes in Action folded. But, that's how his dad was. His dad used to be my barber. Like, was really, man, like super aggressive with the religious stuff. AJ said it's not about money anymore. He has truckloads. It's about his legacy. Then if it's not about money, then give Deontay Wilder 50-50. It doesn't work. You can't say that it's not about money. It's about your legacy. Then turn around and say he needs to be realistic about money. Which one is it? Which one is it? You know what I mean? He says, but the Bashid, not only does his actions say something differently, his words say something differently. For now, what do you think about Cosby? I think they put I don't want to get into that, man. I don't want to get into it. It's a very sensitive issue. If he did it, he needs to rot in jail. If he didn't do it, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. That lady that filed the charges seems like she's phony to me, but what can you do now? I think the irony of it is that there's this guy who wrote this book. Can't remember what his name is, but what he said, the treatment of the black community is the cornerstone, is the, what do you call it? What is the name of the stone that you rub gold against to make sure that it's real? It's not the whetstone it's the whatever that is, right? I can't remember whatever the name of the stone is, right? That you say basically that's what they are. You look at the treatment of blacks in America. I'm gonna take this channel down, this video down the way. Do this. He does. You check it. You look at the treatment of black people in America, and that'll tell you what the baseline, what's gonna happen for everybody else. So when you see this witch hunt that was clearly a witch hunt of Bill Cosby result in this. Now you see what's happening to all these other cats, and it's going to keep happening. And then sooner or later, people are going to say they're going to have to buckle down and say, "Look, man, if you have to prove, you have to really prove, you have to prove things. You know, you have to prove things. You know, but you know, it's going to, you know, just I saw what World Breaker Fighting said, and I agree. Just they're not going to be safe. And they won't start complaining about it, but it was okay when it happened to Bill Cosby. But when it happens to you, oh man. And Gloria Allred, come on, man. I think Gloria Allred has sued every black person, every black man with a net worth over $500,000 in America. She's filed a lawsuit against. That's what she does, man. You know? Anthony Johnson, if AJ signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Mushroom, how much is AJ getting per fight? I don't know, man. I suspect he's getting $10 million a fight, something like that. Because they still have to pay for it. You know what I mean? I think he's probably getting $10 million a fight. Whatever Eddie Hearn, it's because the numbers that I see coming through the fight, he's not getting paid what people exaggerate what people are getting paid all the time. And Eddie Hearn is always exaggerating something. I mean, so, you know, take whatever Eddie Hearn says, cut it in half, and then, you know, go with that. Yeah, Cosby's trying to buy NBC. But, you know, if Cosby did this, then I don't know, man. I mean, it's just a bad situation, man. It's a bad situation. I was actually talking to my wife about it this morning, and I realized right into the conversation with my wife that this is something where you're going to lose it's not an argument worth having with half the population of the country. Over half of it. You know? Oh, of course, a lot of those cats have dirt, yeah. But it is what it is, man. I just don't want to get into it, man, because, you know, Bill Cosby is, you know, hey, man, I just don't want to get into it. Oh, a lot of them are, man. And a lot of the women that accuse them are lying. I mean, a lot of them were lying. You know what I mean? But only one had to be telling the truth. Valges, I appreciate your comments on this. Yeah, that's cool, man. I don't like talking about it on the channel, man. I should do like a vid. I got a Patreon channel that I really don't do enough with, but I think I might start doing videos about subjects like this on Patreon. I'll do an announcement when I really start doing it. What's good, Ricky Samuel, man? I appreciate much love in the super chat. He says, Fannon done, always a good lesson. I appreciate you, man. You know, I'll share what I know and what I think, man, and I'll let cats, you know, make their own decisions, man. You know, think about it your way. I'm just telling you what I think, man. And what I think is what I think. I'm not going to be sitting up there talking about, you know, biased. Like every time somebody says bias, I want to like slap him in the head with a dictionary. Unbiased is unfairly prejudiced against. The word, the most important word in there is unfair. Am I being unfair? Am I prejudging the situation? I'm not prejudging a situation. I'm looking at the facts and I'm judging it. So if I evaluate what I think and then I judge it, that's not prejudging it. And and you don't know whether I prejudged it or not. Also, am I being unfair? That's subjective. So the whole concept of being biased is subjective. So when somebody calls you biased, they're being subjective. That's not a fact that somebody's biased. That's your opinion that they're biased. And it's opinion that you cannot validate. But somebody that claims to be that all of their conclusions are fact-based, then makes a subjective determination about you is hypocritical. You disagree with my opinion because you say my opinion is just it because because I'm unbiased. But yet you're giving me your opinion about my opinion, saying that you are only looking at the facts. I just look at the facts and you're biased. Well, what facts could you possibly be looking at to determine that I'm biased? When the whole determination of whether somebody's biased or not is subjective. Hypocrites, man. Just off saying it, you're a hypocrite. Fannon, that's a great point on bias. I mean, it is, man, these cats steady giving opinions, calling people biased. So you can't win a debate by calling somebody biased. Pick a side and convince me. Exactly. And you're not, and then the cats of Valicurs, again, the people that want to act, that do that, want to criticize both sides of the equation. My man Roughhouse Boxing said only 5% of UK want AJ White fight. That's who he'll fight in April. After that, it's over. He fights Takam in again. UK fans will mutiny. Hooray! Oh, absolutely. But he'll probably fight, or Chisora. I'm waiting for the Chisora fight. That's who they're gonna whoop out, Chisora. Oh, say yeah, no doubt about it. But see, World Breaker, they're not accusing him of that. They're not accusing. If you listen carefully enough to what people are accusing that man of, most of them never accused him of anything. They didn't accuse him of anything. That's the killer. They didn't accuse him of anything. Listen to what Beverly Johnson said. Beverly Johnson literally accused him of nothing. Nothing. Went to the house. He didn't do anything to me. I drank something. I felt funny. I asked him to take me home. He called me a cab and sent me home. What crime is there in that? But she's a victim. But she's out there as a victim on TV. She didn't even accuse him of anything. I was talking to my mother about that. I was like, she didn't accuse him of anything. What do you mean? She didn't accuse him of anything. She said he went to the house. She went to his house, sat down, had a drink, felt funny, said, buy me a cab. He bought her a cab and sent her home. What did she accuse him of? I'm still waiting. Half of those women didn't accuse him of anything. He looked at me funny. He touched my arm. I mean, dude, people don't read, man. Don't actually listen to what people don't listen to what people actually say. Listen to what they said. And if you got to listen to what 50 people say, listen to what 50 people say. Because 50 people didn't say the same thing. Anyway, that's why I don't want to talk about it. But if one did it, if he did it to one person, that's enough. You know what I mean? Don't say bias. They say they have an agenda. I have an agenda. I ain't gonna lie. I have an agenda. My agenda is I want to see an undisputed champion in the heavyweight division. That's my agenda. And I'm basing it off of what I see. This dude don't want to be undefeated. This guy, undisputed. This guy does. Fannon, did you hear the convo between Barry and... Yeah, I did, man. Yeah, it said headlines are misleading. Read the fine print. Exactly, man. Just read it. Listen to what they said, man. Anyway, look, man, I gotta roll, man. Much love for everybody, man, that came to the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the support. Hey, thanks for the people in the super chat, man. I definitely appreciate you, man, for what you do for the channel. Thank you very much. I'm in an hour and a half, and I know there's cats that want to go live. So thanks for sticking with me. With that, I'm out. Peace.